This is the post-cleaning inspection of a 200,000-gallon bolted steel tank. Right now I'm at the ladder, which is reference point 12 o'clock. And the ladder itself appears to be in good condition. It's coated. It's got a little bit of staining. However, there's these wall brackets or braces that are attached to a metal strip that is just bolted to a wall, and that metal strip is rotted through. So these wall braces are just attached to a piece of metal that's not connected to anything. You see that okay?
Yes.
It's still pretty solid. Also, there's corrosion on these bolts coming from the gaps, so corrosion on the wall braces for the ladder from the gaps, less than 10%. Well, the ladder is still connected to the floor, but these metal strips are also heavily rotted, where it's just anchored to a bolt right on each side. But this L bracket does have one bolt actually going through it. So the ladder's still safe. But those metal straps must not have been stainless or galvanized. So right here at 11 o'clock is the shell access manway. It's the rectangular bolted kind, and it appears to be in good condition. And then right here at 11:30 we have an unknown pipe. I don't know if that's an outlet. A couple pieces of corrosion in there, so it's probably an inlet. And I'll go ahead and remove those at the end of the dive. I missed those earlier. There's a tiny bit of sediment stuck to the wall over here too, so I'll try to stay away. The floor plates, for the most part, are in good condition. There's just some minor issues where the floor meets the wall. I see a little bit of corrosion coming from the gap, just runoff staining actually, not actual corrosion. But it tells me that there is some corrosion in that gap. And then you see the staining coming up the walls. You see those spots of staining?
Yes, I can.
So this might just be a tank drain, I'm not quite sure. The walls are actually in really good shape. Just seeing that runoff staining coming up from that gap at the bottom. The seam in between the two shell courses looks like it's in pretty good shape. A little bit of staining coming from the gap here and there. A few bolts have corrosion coming from underneath the caps, but only a few. For the most part, the bolts are in really good shape. Okay, I'm going to go to the center here. The center column. It's in really good shape. There's just less than 1% of corrosion coming from the gap between the base and the column. See that?
Yes, I can.
And it looks like they put some kind of sealant at the end of the floor plates where they meet in the center here. And there's just some staining there, it's all to good condition. So I'm just going to pan around the tank here. 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 6 o'clock. It's the inlet outlet, I believe.